What's up, all my inspirational tea sippers? This is Shantae, and welcome back to my channel, you guys. I pray that you are well, doing amazing, feeling amazing, holding on to hope and faith, you guys. I just kind of like want to be transparent, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of let you know, about some things that I've been feeling and a little bit about, what's been going on. As you can see, my videos are like weeks and weeks in between. And, sometimes I get on myself like, if you want to do, you need to be consistent. You need to post more. You need to do more. You need to, do content. You need to get back into makeup. You need to, if you want to start making this your income, you got to push, you got to push, right? But as I'm sitting here at work, and I'm sitting at the table, and I'm watching a couple videos on like moms who have kids with mental illness, just so that I don't feel so alone, right? And I just hear the Lord say, grace yourself, like give yourself some grace. You're doing the best that you can. Give yourself some grace. In my family, on my dad's side, there's a lot of mental health issues as far as like facility institutions, psychosis, lots of addictions, suicide. And so to now be dealing with my 12-year-old now, who experiences all of these things, and me learning and trying to figure out how to cope as a mom, it's got me really low. It's got me really low. Sometimes in our culture it teaches us like, about mental health, and they don't need meds, and meds is not good for these type of situations, and medication only makes everything worse, and you gotta pray, you gotta anoint your child, you gotta anoint your house, you gotta figure out what you did to let the enemy in, to you did something as a mom, and so I'm watching her on the first stint of medication, and it freaks me out. So now all she's doing is she's sleeping, staying away, not really interacting with the family, like nothing, right? And unless you are dealing with or have experienced dealing with a child with mental illness, you'll never understand. You'll never understand how I no longer live in peace. Like I'm always thinking about, okay, go check on Terriana, where Terriana, where I could be waking up from a nap, like, is my baby okay? Like, go check on your sister, go check, make sure she's okay, make sure, just to make sure that she's okay or not, you know, doing something to make her want to hurt herself. So I'm always in a panic. Or sometimes I just, after working these 12 hours and just emotionally and dealing with all the emotions with the kids and all the ups and downs we done been through, and, you know, different situations that we dealt with, you know, I beat myself up. I've, you know, lost track of myself. You know, working out for me is like life. And I just can't even find, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. But I know that the outcome to what I want to see and what I know that God is going to do for me is on the other side of me doing things I don't want to do. But God was just telling me right now at the table to, like, give yourself some grace. You are doing the best that you can in a situation that you're in. And like one of the nurses was telling me at the hospital that we were in a few weeks ago, she was saying, just love her through it. You know what I'm saying? Just love her through it. And, you know, I started beating myself up about it because I took her off the medication. Because I'm like, okay, you know, seeking spiritual counseling. Oh, it's the meds. Take her off the meds. Meds is worse. Meds make it worse. Anoint. You anoint your house. Anoint your kids. Anoint your, figure out what door you left open to let the enemy come in. And, okay, take her off. Do it. Move to California. No medication. You know, she's just like to herself. Very introverted. You know, just quiet. So I'm like, why you don't ever come out your room? You know, like, let's be together, you know. Let's start making a plan, you know, little goals. Come out your room, even if it's like for 10 minutes, even if it's like for 5 minutes. Just we all come together for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just to, you know. Y'all, in this moment, I'm not even communicating with anybody because I'm in a place where I don't even really want to communicate with people with like normal kids. You know, it's just, no. I don't want to hear another suggestion. I don't want to hear, you know, of course, it's the food, it's the medication, it's prayer, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. So I'm like, okay, let's make goals. Let's come out the room. Let's, you know, and as I'm taking her to school, so I said, okay, I'm gonna start taking her to school, just me and her, so we can start, I can ask her little questions as far as I can push, see if she'll respond, right? Gotta be careful. I'm like, cause I'm struggling with being a mom, doing what I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my house, you know, do what I say as a mom. If I'm asking you to do something, do it. And then I can't push too much because it'll trigger and like send her over the edge and like overstimulate and like cause all of these problems. So I'm taking her to school a few weeks ago and I'm like, you know, how's everything? Like, how's your head? How, you know, what's going on in your mind? What's going on in your heart? Like, how are you feeling, you know? But she won't really talk. She won't really express, but she's like, the voices. You know, the voices are getting louder. And I said, okay. I said, so, I said, so what do you want to do? And she said, I need medication. I need medication. I said, okay. Y'all, the mental health is so, the mental health care, the system is so broken. It's so full. You gotta wait weeks and weeks and weeks just to get an appointment. Like, the number of kids that are suffering is at an alarming rate. You go to your appointment, you're waiting hours and hours and hours just to even be seen because nurses and doctors are so backed up. So I called the lady and I told her what was going on. Like, hey, we haven't been on medication. My daughter is saying like these voices are getting louder. Like, you know, just trying to figure it out. Like, can we get an appointment to get back in so she can get back medicated? Like it's reaching to we're at a capacity. Like, so we don't have nothing on the schedule. We can't see you no time soon. Take her to the emergency room now. So she gives me a recommendation to an emergency room that we hadn't been to. She's been in facilities. She's been kept in facilities and things of that nature. Been hospitalized a few times for cutting and suicide attempts and things of that nature, right? And so she tells us, go here, they're gonna take care of you, they're gonna get you started, just go. So I take her, and we get to the back. We didn't even have to wait. They give us this purple sheet, and we go straight to the back. And the guy is starting to assess. And y'all, at this point, I'm just so broken. I'm just so tired. I'm so angry. I'm literally like exhausted. It's not even a word. Like, and the exhaustion is on a different level because it's emotional exhaustion that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So this is my baby. Like, I can't fix it. I can't make it go away. I can't put a bandage over it. I can't give her. And so he's asking her what's going on. And she's telling him, you know, I'm hearing the voices. I'm hearing it, you know. I'm hearing the voices. The voices are telling me to do certain things, like, you know. And he's like, what are the voices telling you to do? And you can kind of see her hesitating. She's twiddling her thumbs. You can like feel the anxiety in the room. She said they're saying to kill my mom, to kill my siblings, to kill myself. And when I tell you the guilt that I felt for even come out of your room, you know, come be with us, come be with the family. Like, this girl is literally in her room because these voices. Like, how do you go and be happily around somebody that in your mind is telling you to like kill and harm? And I'm sitting there and I'm literally like, on top of that, TJ's with us. He going off with the phone, flopping, flipping. It's just a fucking mess. Okay? And then he asks her, what's the worst part of all of this? Like, what's like? And she said that the voices are getting louder. And so I really don't have nothing to say. Sometimes the Lord will give me something right now in the midst of what I'm dealing with, but I really don't have nothing to say. As far as like making a video, putting on makeup, I love it, but I'm trying to dig myself out of this season that I just came out of and going to California and having everything revealed. And I know that trouble does not last always. I know that this too shall pass. I know that we have got to get a grip on our diet, exercising, and food intake. I know that she has to stay on this medication like the lady was telling me. And I told her I feel so bad. I said I should have never took her off the medication. I should not beating myself up. I should have never did it. I should never, now it's so worse. And she said, you are learning right along with her. You know, but when you're dealing with mental health at this capacity, they have to stay on the medication. Like, it might get worse before it gets better. And, you know, I just don't want to be on a phone having conversations and hearing, well, did you do this? Are you trying this? On top of what I'm already dealing with mentally, on top of all the regret, on top of all the, you know, confusion, on top of everything that I'm already trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear it. You got regular kids running around, you're dealing with regular problems. That's not where I'm at. I can't relate to you. You can't relate to me. So I don't have nobody. I have somebody in my corner. 2 people in my corner that I can completely let my hair down with and really be vulnerable, and who's literally there with me in it. And I'm just thankful and grateful for, you know, those 2 individuals, you know. But for the most part, anything else will be venting, and it would just be a conversation piece. Oh, Shantara got this going on, and oh, with her, Tariana, and this is why, this is that, and that's only because this is that is going on. And if it was me, I wouldn't. If it was you and me, I would do this. And if it couldn't be my child, and I would do. Baby, listen. Humble yourself before the Lord. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And it's so important and imperative to understand being chosen and being a child of God is 2 totally different things. It's 2 totally different things. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. There's certain things that God wants me to put out there. There's certain people that God wants me to touch. There's certain situations that he wants to use for me to do. Just because he chose me, I don't want to be chosen. It's not easy. And people feel, well, I'm a child of God too. Well, God love me too. It's a difference between being a child of God and being chosen. You're going to go through different things. You have to come up against the enemy on a totally different level. You come against hellfire, witchcraft, all of this envy, jealousy. You come up against the fire. Like, everybody ain't chosen. Everybody is not chosen. So this life that God has chosen me for is very, very difficult. It's very painful. It's very tumultuous. It's very wicked. It's very evil. It's very demonic. It's all of these things. But yet and still, he gives me the grace to do it no matter what it looks like. Even if I'm raging, if I'm angry, if I'm upset, he gives me the grace to get up and do it every day when I don't want to. Can you imagine how I feel as a parent? Just wanting to be at peace. Just wanting to be done with it all. Just wanting to give up. Just wanting to make it all fucking stop. Just make it all stop. Just make it all stop. That's what I want. You guys, I'm not about to force myself to put out videos. I've said it from the beginning. If I'm not in the mood to put a video out, I'm not going to put a video out. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. If it's weeks in between, it's weeks in between. This is real life behind this camera. But God wants you to grace yourself. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. You're doing the best that you can in the situation and circumstances that you are in. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna make it through the grace of God. This is his situation. This is him. This is God. This is him keeping us. And I'm not gonna keep beating myself up when I get back to the videos. I'm hell when I'm well. So when I get well, baby, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be back to back. It's gonna be makeup. It's gonna be clothing hauls. It's gonna be all of those things. But right now, the focus is getting these kids off these damn air mattresses, putting furniture inside of this house, making sure it's food in the refrigerator, and making sure that we are mentally able and capable and performing to the best of our ability right now in this season. That is it. That's all the grace that we have right now. That's all God. That's it. And every day he graces us to do it again, every day. And every day we decide to fight, not only her, but myself, because I don't want to do it no more. I don't give a damn about what nobody got to say about how I feel. I don't want to do it. But I'm going to tell you this. God is a keeper, even when you don't want to be kept. To God be the glory today, tomorrow, forevermore. We are still Psalms 23 for the rest of 23. And until the next time, inspire, be inspired. I love you guys. God bless you.